Welcome to Natilik Live. My name is Rory Tempest. I'm here to host today's session, which is centered all around collaboration licensing. Now, I know this session has had probably our most popular pre-subscribe to it, and no surprises given the announcements that Cisco have made on some of their licensing changes. You may notice I'm sat down today, and that's on purpose, given the fact that my counterpart, Mr. James Hinton, who's our principal collaboration architect joining us today, is slightly taller than me. So we're going to keep sat down and relax for this one. But welcome to Natilik Live, James.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Rory.
So let's get started on this one. I guess, first and foremost, why are we here talking about licensing?
Well, we're really here today to raise some awareness on some of the options that customers have got around collaboration licensing.
Okay, perfect. And I guess the point being, there's been a couple of changes announced. It's always been confusing right from Cisco.
Absolutely.
And again, a lot of clients I talk to have purchased licenses in different ways. I mean, historically, how have customers tended to buy licenses?
Yeah, mostly in the past, customers have had a project, they've come to Natilik, we've helped provide a solution and provided them licenses at that point of purchase. And alongside that, they'd be buying some Swiss support, which is Cisco's software subscription services. And typically that's like a CapEx, upfront purchase.
So it's sort of not, and it's a different, I guess the way the world's moving as we get into the whole software and the subscription-based piece, that sort of changes. And I know a lot of clients out there that when Cisco announced the SWSS, the Swiss changes, with some confusion around that as well. I think it's getting a bit more straightforward. But one of the big questions that we've been asked prior to coming to this is, what are the options when a Swiss client's looking to renew?
Yes, I mean, really, you've got three options. You can renew your software subscription services as you do today, or just as an ad hoc basis. If you've got a license coverage to say like 1,000 users, you can renew on that basis for 1,000 users for the second year or into 3 years, for instance. Or we've got some other alternatives. So we can actually look to migrate you into an enterprise agreement. Okay. Or we can look to migrate you into something which is called SparkFlex.
Okay. And I've heard a lot of those buzzwords going around. Yes. Again, always with buzzwords, sometimes a bit of confusion. Yeah. If I guess we didn't do anything, we just renewed as normal. I'm a customer today and I have a Swiss renewal coming up. I'm able to renew as normal, but what does that kind of give me?
Well, a Swiss renewal is going to give you access to kind of Cisco's global TAC to raise tickets if you've got any problems with your environment. Also, it's going to give you access to software upgrades, but it's only going to give you access based on the products that you've attached software subscription services to. Okay.
So I guess then that's probably where, if I'm a client, I may be wanting to look at, I guess, your latter two options. So let's start with the enterprise agreement, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what we find with customers who've got multiple different collaboration products, they're going to have different contracts potentially, all potentially running at different contract lengths and terminating at different times. The nice thing about an enterprise agreement, which we talked about earlier, is that it helps simplify the buying process for the customer. Okay. So we can bring together all of Cisco's collaboration software and support in a single kind of co-term agreement, and it's really useful for customers who are looking to utilise a wide variety of the Cisco collaboration estate and looking to provide it as almost like on a company-wide basis. Yeah. Also for customers that are undergoing organic growth, because it includes a 20% organic growth element to it.
All right. As well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So companies on that expansion. I know we've got a lot of them. We've got a lot of them listening today that are doing that. So that's definitely it's a cost-effective option in that sense.
Yeah. Enterprise agreements based on the number of knowledge workers that you've got in your organisation. And you typically find as well there's a couple of different varieties of enterprise agreement which might be relevant to you.
Okay. And is there, the word enterprise always seems big. Is there? Would you say there's an entry point for a customer, certain size or number of knowledge workers you mentioned?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking to a lot of customers today about SparkFlex. So SparkFlex is it's an enterprise agreement from Cisco. It's ideally positioned for customers that are interested in moving to a consumption model, so like an operational expenditure subscription type model. And you can pay for it monthly, you can pay for it annually, or you can pay for it on a pre-term. And it's really positioned for customers who are on that journey to cloud potentially over the next 2 or 3 years. Customers who want the flexibility to utilise different functionality out of the Cisco collaboration portfolio, potentially for different groups of users. Say, for instance, you could have some people using Cisco Meeting Place, Cisco's flagship on-prem conferencing product, or you could have some users in your enterprise using Cisco WebEx, which is Cisco's flagship cloud-based conferencing solution. And really, yeah, ideal for customers who want to consume the products when they want and when they're ready.
Perfect. And I think that's a step change probably from a lot of our audience that have experienced Cisco's collaboration licensing in the past. It's certainly, I think the Flex thing's interesting. It definitely, from the clients I've spoken to that we've done that on the early journey with, giving them that ability to sort of control where they go with it. I think it's not a one-size-fits-all approach anymore.
No, absolutely, and also you've got your investment protection in that as well. So if you're a customer with investments in Cisco collaboration, you've got active SmartNet contracts or Swiss contracts. They can be incorporated, and we can provide some really great discounts for customers who are interested in SparkFlex.
Perfect. I'm sure they'll all like the sound of that. But yeah, we've definitely seen some great cost savings on it. So I think, thanks, James. I mean, that really helps simplify for me, I think, in terms of what used to be quite complicated in Cisco's licensing structure. I think quite clearly now that, for clients, it's not a case of saying they need to move away from traditional Swiss, but there are options now with enterprise agreements for larger organisations. SparkFlex obviously presenting some things. And I guess overall then, I think for clients out there who are using, is it probably if they're using more than just basic dial tone voice, is it?
Yeah, we see a lot of customers who are interested in SparkFlex coming to us who that have some other projects going on or are interested in deploying some new technology from Cisco's collaboration portfolio. And it's a real great opportunity to actually look at that as holistically and go, well, it actually makes more sense to look towards a SparkFlex migration, potentially because of what the business wants to do, and also potentially because it's more cost effective than buying the products out the box on an ad hoc basis. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's really great. And I think one of the things that we work with quite heavily here at Natilik, obviously, as James has mentioned, when clients go on that journey, it's also really important to focus on the adoption of those technologies as well. So all of our clients, existing or any net new clients out there listening to this today, should be aware we have a full adoption team and service delivery practice that are designed really to help you achieve success out of these technologies as more and more options become available to you through this new licensing structure. So it's pretty exciting. I think hopefully, I've been talking to some clients for the last couple of days. I think hopefully we're getting there to simplifying the way that sort of works. But that's been a really useful overview, James. Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me, Rory.
No worries. We'll hope to have you back on the sofa sometime soon. So as always, guys, please keep tuned to the rest of these Natilik Live sessions. Out the back of this, we're also offering a number of free licensing workshops that James's team will be more than happy to come and conduct with you guys as well. So if you're a client today that's currently stuck on Swiss, maybe looking at migrating to an enterprise agreement, or even flip to Flex, or don't really know where to start, then if you look at the link after this video that we'll send out, you'll be able to sign up and register for a number of limited free workshops we've got ongoing at the moment. But as always, any questions you've got, feel free to fire through the Contact Us option on our website. And also keep peeled while you're on there at our resources page for any future Natilik Live sessions that we've got coming. But that probably leaves us all to say thank you very much, James.
Thanks very much, Roy.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.